Hi everybody, Spin here. I thought I would do a video and talk about one of my favorite places to visit in Fallout 76, and that is Camden Park. Here is what the park looks like in game. This is a interesting little place. I grew up actually in Kentucky, in a small town called Inez. If you know where that is, then wow, you're rare. Uh, but when I was growing up, Camden Park was a really big deal for us kids. I went on several trips there, so I've been to this place in real life multiple times. Um, and here in game, they they did it they did it some justice, and it's very nostalgic. So I visit this place every time that I game. I always make it a point to come here, and I'll do all my little games here. This one is the Dross Toss. You just listen to the instructions, and you grab your rocks and you toss them through the tires. Um, Missed. Nope, nope. Oh, it went in. Oh, there we go. Anyway, so Camden Park is really interesting. It's a vintage park. It was established in, I think, around 1903, as a trolley park. So it was a park that was on a trolley line, and they had a picnic area and a carousel. That's how it started, and it was established by the Camden Interstate Railway Company.
Mucking is hard
And
work.
it remains one of the very few trolley parks that's still open. I'm not sure how many are still open. It's got to be less than 20 now. So it's a real rare vintage place to visit. It's not a huge theme park. You can get you can get most of the things that you want to do at the park done in a relatively short amount of time. It's a place that it still has that trolley park feel, that you can go and spend just a couple hours and have fun, and you still have other things that you can get done in the day or places that you can visit. So this was a big place. Um, there is. Well, I lost my train of thought. That's okay. There's the bucket. Okay. So I'm just trying to run this game here. Yeah, I completely lost that first train of thought. But yeah, it's an interesting little place. When I was younger, this was almost an annual trip, either with family or with the school, or with various school organizations that I was part of. And some more on the history of it. Like I was saying, it established as a trolley park somewhere between 1915 or 1917, something like that. It was actually bought from the Ohio Valley Electric Railway Company and was owned by a different owner up until I think after World War II or right before World War II. I think it's after World War II. And then somewhere in the late 50s, it changed hands again. And that family owns it to this day. It's a vintage park. I think I've said that. See my hot dogs here. This is one of the weirdest little games in this game. But I love this place. It is the vintage Charlie Park, and it's still the vintage Charlie Park. It still has all those vintage rides: the whip, tilt-a-whirl, paratrooper, dodging cars, the scrambler. It has a log flume. A while ago when I was doing the game Lucky Munker there, you see me run through like this area that had like a little railroad. So there is truly Camden Park. There's a little miniature railroad and a little covered bridge. It also has a vintage haunted house. Oh gosh, I remember that haunted house. When I was in middle school, we took a trip there, and then we all had this crush on the guy that was running the ride, and we rode that haunted house so many times. It also has a log flume, and it has picnic spots still. And I haven't been to Camden Park in many years, but I come to Camden Park daily in game as part of my nostalgic tour of my childhood. A perfect little spot. There's all kinds of loot around here. If you could do the 3 games, you get the Mr. Fuzzy tokens, and you can turn those in over by where the boss is. Another interesting feature that they got right in game is this big wooden roller coaster. That is definitely like one of the biggest features at Camden Park, is the big roller coaster. Although it's not called the Widowmaker, it's called the Big Dipper. And it's fun, and I remember being terrified of it when I was younger. Ooh, magazine. So there is usually a magazine and a bobblehead spawn here in Camden Park. Just keep a lookout for those. I could show you the exact places they spawn, but it's more fun if you find them yourself. Anyway, yeah, this is just one of my favorite things. This takes me right back to being a kid, makes me feel young. I came here in game. Oh, Sands. Oh yeah, it has a porter diner here. You can try your luck, try to get a perfectly preserved piece of pie. No luck there for me. Here is the boss and some more scrap. There's some wooden blocks that's good for lead if you're making ammo. Yeah, I'm picking up a lot of stuff here. I'll probably have to scrap up later. Some other little items here. I think it's hilarious that all the children's toys contains the lead paint. That's a good little joke, if you know what I mean. Here is the terminal that you can turn in your Mr. Fuzzy tokens. I usually wait till I have 100, because if you turn in 100 tokens, you can get a magazine. And those are pretty useful. Let's see. This is a good take on the little midway part of Camden Park. And there's the roundup. The tilt-a-whirl was on, I think, on the other side. There is scorched enemies around here. And you can walk the full length of this roller coaster. So I'm just going to walk around a little bit here. It's so pretty. The place where the real Camden Park is set out is also in a really beautiful area. And if you come up here, this guy has a key. So this is where you can get the West Bridge key. Yeah. And sometimes you might find something else up here. I'm not going to tell you why, but it didn't spawn today. But yeah, this is part of the nostalgia tour for me. Actually been all over West Virginia, the town I grew up in. Huntington, West Virginia, Charleston, You went to Camden Park. I mean, those were just places that you went all the time. I had family over there. So, yeah, I really love this place. This is a great shout out to my childhood. And so we'll, let's see, let's go down. I was going to jump, but I was like, I can just see me just not making that jump and dying. So let's go to where it's lower here. Jump off the roller coaster. There we go. Yeah, there's the little mine ride. That's a real thing at the real Camden Park, their miniature railroad. All these little midway games, that's very Camden Park also. There's a lot of those there. There's also a NPC that runs around here in Mr. Fuzzy outfit. I might have just walked past her and not even mentioned it, but she's there. Her name is Brenda, so give her a talk. So let's fast travel over to the west part of the bridge, and I'll show you what that key opens. Yeah, another little sip of coffee, my lifeline. I love that they include your pictures in the loading screens. Okay, so here we are at the excuse me, here we are at the bridge. Maybe another sip of coffee. And if you go down this side of the bridge, there's a little bit of scrap here. You usually can find a Nuka-Cola or a Nuka-Cola cherry, or maybe even two there. Oops, just walked right over a ghoul. He's gonna come for me. And we'll just pick up this guy too. I don't want to be in here and just get attacked. There we go. And there's a little bit of scrap here if you so need. This is a kind of like a scrap run for me. Fusion core spawns here. More just some scrap. A little bit of pre-war food if you got a daily for pre-war food. There's a set of power armor in here. And some paint cans. So some of those will yield lead and the others will yield steel. Lead pipe for lead for making ammo. I'm going to be doing that soon, so I'm taking all of this, and I'll need lead, steel, and copper later. A few other things. The other reason I come over to the Westgate Bridge is these sugar bombs. I use those to make brain bombs, and there's most of the time I can find 3 here. Unless somebody else has grabbed them, but today I'm lucky nobody else taken them. There's a convenient little station here where you can scrap up, and there we go. There's part of one of my little daily trips through the wasteland is Camden Park and the West Bridge, the New River Gorge Bridge. I've actually been on this bridge before too. I'll just take a walk here and look at the view. Yeah, this is a very beautiful game, especially if you grew up in this area. This is very feels like home. Oh, snap! Oh, oopsie. I got distracted and got by y'all, didn't I? And just coming for me. There we go. Let's see if I drop anything good. Oh, I always take Wonder Glue. That's adhesive. We need that for repairs. Alright, so yeah, very beautiful part, and I think I'll head back to my camp, stash my goodies that I've made or picked up along the way. Okay, another little sip of coffee. And here we are. Home sweet home. So this is one of my main camps. This is a crazy take on what I call sales pitch. It's a lead extractor out there. Got some goodies and games, some plushies that's playing on the tables, companion there, movie, little theater section, and some of my shelters. But anyway, that's all for today. Thanks guys for watching. Just make sure you hit that like button for me. Thank you. And I'll see you around the wasteland. And have a great day.